Cool.
What does some of this technology, if you can briefly just describe, like what do you think it does to us in a negative sense?
Like EMFs?
Yeah, maybe the whole gamut, Bluetooth.
The main issue is that it excites the cell membrane to the extent to where there is an influx of calcium into the cell, and that's a positively charged mineral, and the cell should technically be at a slightly negative gradient. So it operates best like -30, -40 millivolt potential on the inside of the cell. So when you have a calcium influx into the cell, you're down regulating a little bit of the normal metabolism. Now, some people get concerned about like the tissue heating and the phone up by the head and brain cancer, but I think most people know like you're not supposed to put your phone up by your head, and you shouldn't like sleep with a Wi-Fi router underneath your pillow. Like the tissue heating, I think, is less of a concern than what it can do to the electrochemical gradient in the actual cell itself. Some people will get concerned about what's called red blood cell clumping, which is like a stickiness in the blood. And I've seen some of these like live red blood cell analysis of like blood that's exposed to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi versus not. And the red blood cells are closer together, but kind of like the Masaru Emoto praying over water stuff. Like I don't think that the research is that great, but the impact on the electrochemical gradient on the cells actually is something that you should be concerned about. And there are things that you can do if you're in a high EMF environment. For example, one of the ways that you balance out calcium influx into the cell is via magnesium supplementation. So magnesium would be one factor. If you look at non-ionizing radiation and the impact that can potentially have on DNA, there are also certain things that are also popular in like the anti-aging and longevity sector that act as cellular protectants against DNA damage, primarily NAD and sirtuins. Right, so this would be like the classic like supplements that have like NR and resveratrol in them, or like I travel overseas a few times a year, and my jam for overseas is I not only wear that like Faraday suit when I'm on the plane, but on the plane I take NAD, and I don't even take the oral supplementation. I use like a patch, because they make these patches that almost give you like a slow bleed into your system during the entire plane flight. And I put magnesium and hydrogen in the water that I drink on the plane. And then I'll still go outside and like do grounding and earthing whenever I get to where I'm going. But the idea is that if you're working in a high EMF environment and you have that calcium influx into the cell, I mean, like keep your phone in airplane mode when you can, and try not to have your desk right next to the Wi-Fi router. But if you use magnesium and NAD and one of these sirtuins like resveratrol or pterostilbene or blueberry powder, one of the things that pairs well with NAD, and you use some type of an antioxidant like hydrogen or something like that, you can actually do a pretty good job protecting the cells. And then that Shilajit stuff that I was looking into that we were talking about, that appears to have some kind of an anti-radiative effect as well. So there's certain things you can protect your body with from a supplementation standpoint.
And some of the information when it comes to like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and 5G, some of this information appears to be a little bit hidden from us. Like it seems to be a little hard to find. Like what are some with like the Wi-Fi towers and all that?
I mean, you could theorize that because there's such a convenience factor, and kind of like the pharmaceutical industry, like it's a highly profitable industry, that there might be some incentive to keep the research a little lesser known. Because let's face it, it's one of those like inconvenient truths. It's like, oh shit, like if the internet didn't exist, 5 years from now, if we're telling people you can't use GPT to search or AI to alter your profile photo to make you look like a supermodel, I mean, like that's inconvenient for people. So I think that part of it is people are just kind of like la 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 la. But I don't think there's some like evil Mr. Smithers somewhere out there rubbing his hands together like I'm going to fool everybody who's going to get brain cancer. But I think that because it's inconvenient and it's not popular, and most people hate it when people tell them, you shouldn't have your Wi-Fi router on during the day in your home. Like it is super inconvenient. I mean, like my home though, like I don't have Wi-Fi. And I just have Ethernet cables. Like every room has an Ethernet port. And when you want to use the internet or even your phone, with a lightning to Ethernet adapter, you just plug into the Ethernet. It's faster anyways. And I feel better, and I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi. Some people also use just like wall timers. Like you can get like a $25 wall timer that you plug into the outlet, from Amazon or whatever, and you plug your Wi-Fi router into that, and you just set it to turn off at 10 p.m. and turn on again at 6 a.m. So you don't have to worry about it, at least while you're asleep. So it's inconvenient. I don't think there's like a conspiracy theory or anything. It's just, most people don't want to hear this shit.
What you got there, Andrew? Sorry.
Just for my own amusement, is this the ab trainer that you used to use as a kid, by any chance?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't know if that's the exact unit, but that's basically it. Yeah, you hold it against your abs. Yeah, 6 second abs.
Wow.
I think 6 seconds refers to like the length of the contraction is 6 seconds. So it's technically like, 6 times 50 seconds. But yeah, that is pretty much it.
That was just for my own amusement. But
that is why I've got my abs.
Makes sense.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.